Hello everyone, it's me, aka No Brainer, and welcome to the Star Wars Destiny video. But again, it's actually kind of really just the Hearthstone arena game mode. But kind of Hearthstone. Yeah, so I took like 2 turns in the meantime, whilst I, refilled my water, went to the toilet, did all that sort of stuff. So just seeing how the ending of this game goes, it looks like I am probably winning. Also, I took off my headphones and I realized my ears were ringing. I was shouting way too loud. I realized that I have my volume higher on my computer than I'm used to. Whoops. So yeah, this is an easy poison kill. Yeah. Murlocs, reign supreme. So anyway, continuing on. We just finished talking about everything up to the first day of the everything up to the first day. Of the there we go. 2 double cold lights here seems good to me.
It's good to get some minions in play.
Take this guy because he can buff this thing to high heaven. Look at the ridiculous stats on some of these guys. Like, wow. Just wow. I'm not even level 6. I don't need to be level 6, you know? I'm just dominating everything.
Let's see if you can stay on top.
So, I'm going into this tournament. I wasn't feeling confident with this deck, but now I am. Okay. Game 1. Game 1 is up against a Raylo player. He is playing just a very, very box-standard Raylo, except that for some really weird reason, a lot of people started playing Mind Extraction in Raylo. I think they were really worried about the Palpatine matchup, so they started playing Mind Extraction, and Palpatines started playing Protective Suit to counter the Mind Extraction. To me, this makes like no sense. Palpatine is not in a good spot this meta in the first place. Looking for Murlocs. Finding Murlocs. There we go. With Bran, this is kind of ridiculous. Finding more Murlocs. Finding more Murlocs. Alright, no more Murlocs this time around. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. So, people are playing Mind Extraction. So what that means is that Raylo was already a good matchup for me, but that just makes this even better. Okay? So, people might think that you can play Mind Extraction into... ooh, the double Divine Shield on the Poisonous. That is evil. And of course I'm up against another... Of course, ultimately I'm up against another Murloc. It's Murloc Mirrors in the finals of this fight, of course. So we just need to trade these guys, and then I lose this guy? Yeah. I need this to trade here, and then kill, or something. It just ain't happening. This win is not happening here, unfortunately. But I am killing as much as possible, so I take very little damage as a result. That secret won him that round. Okay, now I know he's just Murloc. You know what? I just lowered the volume a bit because I think the volume was still a little too high. Giving people taunt seems good. I can give taunt to these guys. That's a Murloc. Not a great Murloc, but it's a Murloc. Hey, that's a much better Murloc. I think I sell Bram for this guy. Let's get the +2s at the end, because I think this... I'm just going to try and push and win this next fight.
You're way ahead.
Oh god. These secrets are pretty scary. We're all just trading poisons against each other. Except he has more poison than me, and better stats as a in his weaker guys at the right hand side have better stats. But yeah, so Raylo can't play Mine Extraction against a chopper deck, and the reason why is because you've spent 2 resources when you're already a very, very poor deck for me to tap C3PO or R2. I will take that trade any day of the week.
Now and then.
I would absolutely want to take that trade any day of the week. The Poisonous Murloc would be very helpful here. This guy can just keep improving the stats though.
And now, for my next trick.
Guess I was wrong to sell Bran off that early. Oh well. Well, maybe if I put on Poisonous guys at the front,
Watch out.
maybe I could do Poison versus Poison there. Oh my god, he's got Divine Shield on everything. I don't know how he's done it, but he's done it. And that just wins in that game, right? Must have had like Adapt All Murlocs, something like that? Yeah. I need Adapt All Murlocs. But I'm not going to get it this time. I'm going to lose. There's no way I kill enough off that that 11 damage doesn't kill me. Yeah, there we go. And he's definitely got 11 damage there, right? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Exactly. Yeah. Oh well, that's the Murloc train gone. So yeah, people play Mind Extraction, and that's just bad. So he just didn't even have a good. So the decks are even worse against droids, and they're already pretty bad against droids. So yay for me. So it was a nice easy win. Sometimes I kill Rey instead of Kylo first because they start putting shields on Kylo, and that's what happened this game. It really doesn't matter which one you kill, the other one is just still very weak afterwards. That's just how it goes. So that was game 1. Game 2, I go up against Phasma. Now, that's Phasma 3, big Phasma. And I also, with Sentinel Messenger and Retribution. Unfortunately for him, his Vader's Fist, his 2 Mega Blaster Troopers, and one of his super heavy siege cannons were all at the bottom of his deck. After you sell a minion, randomly give 2 minions in Bob's Tavern +1/+1. Okay, we can try that. See how this goes. So he didn't draw anything that could win him that game, and I kind of just killed Phasma and started round 3. That's just how it goes. Now, game 3 was against a guy I played against in pods quite often, actually. This guy's name, I think, was Graham, and he was also on Chopper Droids, but his Chopper Droids was very interesting as well. He had stuff like Rey's Saber, with the idea, and yeah, it was Rey's I think it was like 2 copies of Chewbacca's and a copy of Rey's lightsaber. And his idea was to more abuse the Chewbacca's side of things and have more redeploys for the Chewbacca's and try and win that way.
Have a good battle, friend.
We drew! Haha!
Rough battle. Pick yourself back up and turn it around.
Yeah, just upgrade it. So Chewbacca's, yeah. So the Razor Lightsaber, 2 Chewbacca's blasters, and I lost to him every single time in pods. I lost the mirror every time. Just 2 Chewbacca's. Chewbacca's blaster is very effective in the mirror. It's not the most effective thing in the world. There's better stuff, but it was a pretty effective. And this game was no different. He just completely destroys me, and there's very little I could do about it. And this is why my battlefield choice actually
Really pulled their weight.
falls quite badly. It has a big problem. Well, that guy's now a 5/5. I guess I'll do that. Give me a strong board early, yeah. So yeah, now exactly what happened in pods last time, and I lost very miserably. My battlefield choice is weak against the mirror, specifically. If you recall, I play Sith Temple, which removes a die to deal 1. Remove one of your dice to deal 1 unblockable damage. And unblockable damage, and that benefits either player. So if it takes his battlefield, he gets his feed. If it's my battlefield, I don't get my feed. Feed off is basically how that goes. Let's actually buy Alley Cat, because Alley Cat is interesting in that I can play it. Let's try for some better stuff here. Cool. And then I can sell them and get the top hat going.
Here's a gold for the trouble.
Which gives me this 5/5.
That one might make all the difference.
This top hat is interesting. I'll give it that. It is definitely an interesting thing. And I've got 2 beasts now, so I could potentially go for the Scavenging Hyena and go beasts.
I'll make sure these ones stick around for next time. Everyone's gunning for you.
Yeah. And also, my Sith Temple can be very harmful to me. Specifically, if I have a Riot Shield down, because Riot Shield is my unblockable. I'm not playing Field Medic, I'm playing Riot Shield. Riot Shield is my unblockable. Riot Shield loses to unblockable damage. It can only block blockable damage.
Nice work
In
out
the
there.
name.
Keep up the pressure.
And with that unblockable damage, you can kill off a character. Like, I only have 8 health on my guys, so if I get into a position where I'm not claiming that battlefield, it can really start to backfire. I still think it's better to have overall, but it is definitely a problem in the mirror when your opponent can get ahead of you and then just start destroying you with the battlefield, whilst they have that +2 shields from choosing your battlefield instead of their own. So with this in mind, I was dreading mirror. The matchups that I was scared of most were mirror matchups and fall-on matchups. And in that case, I faced a mirror matchup. The reason why I'm scared of fall-on matchups is because if they play No Good To Me Dead, there is basically nothing I can do to stop them getting out of Vader's Fist. And if they get out of Vader's Fist, that is kind of game over. You have to play a very disruptive game, and that's just not something you can always do. If they have No Good To Me Dead, you've probably ran out of Disrupt at that point. And so you lose. Buy here, let's reshuffle. Cool, let's sell this guy to buy this thing, top hats, to sell the beast. Hopefully top hat and hit something cool. I hit the Replicating Menace. I don't want to hit the Replicating Menace. I wanted to hit the Scavenging Hyena. Oh well. I got a 2-2 out of it, I guess.
You got this. You're way ahead.
So then we stop for lunch. And I'm currently 2-1 going into lunch break. That's not what you want to be in ideally, because I mean if you double that, then you end up going 4-2, and then you've got 2 more games to try and win. Because it is out of 8 games. I should have said this way earlier. It's out of 8 games, and you have to be 6-2 or higher.
I like where you're
Yeah, I'll
going
upgrade,
with
sure.
this. The dog's out.
Not sure if I wanted to Houndmaster this Alley Cat. Alley Cat is kind of a terrible card to typically keep. But I didn't want to taunt my Scavenging Hyenas, because Scavenging Hyenas are really guys you want to keep in the back and just have them grow over time. Yeah, so it was a bit awkward. No, it wasn't. I'm awkward right now. Anyway, game 4. I was against another Raylo. Okay. Only this Raylo went turn 1 Mind Extraction on my C-3PO. And I was like, okay, turn 1, turn my C-3PO. Well done. I have resolved my C-3PO for 2 Disrupt. That's all I needed to win that matchup. Because it's a very easy matchup in general, but like that just puts it over the top. Over top easy. If they don't play an upgrade at the start, because the one thing they can definitely do is go Kylo and Rey and then play a cross guard lightsaber and manage to do enough damage to kill the character round 1. And if they do that, you've got a really big problem. If they don't do that, you're pretty safe. And as it turned out, I ended up being pretty damn safe. This guy for the thing, and sell this guy. There's my 3rd direwolf, so I can sell this guy. Hey, the hat lands on the direwolf. Nice.
Oh, you're moving up in the world.
So then that got doubled, so now it's an 8-8. Nice. And the reward I get is Bran Bronzebeard is a really good card. So I'll do Bran Bronzebeard. There we go. I don't want the rest of these. No. Oh, whenever you summon a beast, give it +3 attack. That's good. Yeah, nah.
You got this. You're way ahead.
Gonna just kill off this patchwork guy. All right. Probably. Yeah, I don't see how I lose this one. So yeah, against Raylo, he goes turn 1 Mind Extraction, so yeah, he just loses outright. That's just how that goes. You can't play Mind Extraction, especially on turn 1. So the way you play Mind Extraction is you try and get to the point where I play something like on R2, like I play something like my Mandalorian Vambrace on R2 or something, and then you play Mind Extraction, and then it forces me to have to turn R2, because let's be fair, R2 is the better guy, is the worst guy for there. R2 is a much better person for you to be removing because he has the turn a die and is nice and consistent. Ideally you're playing an upgrade, but he didn't, so if you're not playing an upgrade and you play the Mind Extraction, you want to at least minimize the amount of damage dice that get into the pool, and C-3PO doesn't provide damage dice. Although, of course, he does still provide +2 damage if you've already got dice on damaged sides. But the thing is, R2 turns a die from nothing to a damaged side, which is +2 damage. But R2 also has a better die on his own. So don't play Mind Extraction against droids very much. That's what I would recommend. Game 5. Game 5. Nice. Nice, well, it's not easy, not at all, but it was against a Java Sentinel bot, He was going with some X-Wings, he was trying that sort of thing out. Yeah, okay, because you mean that works. That's definitely something that works. But the game went to like round 5, which is usually round 5 without anyone doing anything to each other. It was literally he would just make money and I would just disrupt money. He would make money and I would disrupt money, and that's literally all we would do to each other. It was just a stalemate for like 5 rounds in a row.
Hit some bumps now and then.
Let's sell this guy. Put some hats on some people. Cool. Play this guy. Now he can give a beast +2/+2. But do it twice because Bran. Throw some hats. Nice. Buy this guy. Buy this guy. 5/7 seems really good to play. Well, let's see if I can find some more beasts that match with me at all. Nope. Okay. Bran Bronzebeard is so good in this mode. Like, it is insane. Getting some really good stats as a result. So, game 5 against the Jabba player. We block each other out like crazy, and then eventually I get to a situation where he stops rolling money and I can kill him. And I do so. It could have been close, but he never really got anything out. I think he got a super laser cannon and 2 X-Wings, which wasn't a lot. Damn, that cleave, so nice. Pack leader giving +6/+6 of these is pretty insane though. Maybe I should have gone with the pack leader after all. It causes a hyena to spawn. And a rat pack to spawn. Oh my god, this did not look scary and now it is incredibly scary. Jesus, that was ridiculous. Okay, well, whatever. So, game 6. Game 6,
I've got some fresh recruits for you.
Is something you might have heard of. From another content creator, actually. Because I was up against Cody!
That's what I would.
Let's sell Alleycat at this point.
And now, for my next
I should have swapped first.
Hiring that minion will get you.
There's a third, because there's a final Cave Hydra, so I sell this guy and hope that the hat lands on Cave Hydra. They both do, Jesus, okay. I have a Super Cave Hydra.
I like where you're going with this.
Which then lets me discover another guy. I mean, Foe Reaper's just a good card to have on the field right now, so I'll do that as I search for more beasts.
Harvesting servos.
There's a Houndmaster. That seems good enough. I'm just going to have attacks whoever, and then a good taunty guy. Probably put him towards the end there. In case of other people who have the sweepers. So he dies, but he breaks this. Fortunately, that guy buffs everything. You know the scavenging now, you can notice those. This guy's got 12 health. I am not going to be able to break through that, am I? And I can't defeat that 22-14 right there. Well, taking some damage, oh well. So yeah, it was against Cody of ABG, him playing his Afra deck. He was owing and ahhing for a long time about whether he wanted to bring the Afra deck. He ended up deciding he would in fact bring it to the table. See if I can get another beast. I can get the Savannah Highmane, that's pretty good. Sell the Foe Reaper, see if it lands. It does, nice. So now I can Houndmaster and give, like, this guy taunt. Then sell the Houndmaster. Play Argus. I definitely should have done this in a different order, and I just given the Hound taunt like an idiot. I can hope for beast stuff. No, there is a mounted raptor there. I do want that mounted raptor, so I am going to freeze it. Now I can play the Savannah High main. I can probably play this mounted raptor in the back. No, you play him outright. Here, up here. So yeah, Cody was playing Afra, and Afra is actually a really, really good choice in the metagame right now because, in the metagame at Worlds, because Afra has a really, really good win rate against Chopper, and Chopper was like half the field. Oh, I just killed 3 guys with that. That's insane. So it's a really, really good call to be bringing Chopper. To have been bringing Afra to this tournament, and we got into a situation where at one point I had managed to roll lethal on Afra, but off the top he managed to Sentinel Messenger and hit a dangerous maneuver to move 2 damage over to the move it over to like the Sentinel Messenger, and then I had to kill Sentinel Messenger instead because Afra was no longer killable. If that hadn't have happened, I would have got the kill and the win. So I got a little unlucky there, but oh well. The game is the dice can giveth and taketh away at times, and then he proceeded to get a Del Vader's Fist. And with Del Vader's Fist, he just became... He did... So with Del Vader's Fist, he just rolled damage constantly. Like, it was insane. Mama, that seems really, really good. Don't know how I'm going to play it, but Mama seems really, really good, giving all beast +4/+4. Maybe even throw away the Bron. Bron's good, but I need a board, better board soon. I'll save for the Houndmaster here. Ah, good. Got rid of that Scavenging Hyena immediately. Because this is going to start buffing things like crazy. I don't know what these hyenas do is just run into the taunt guys though. But now I have a ridiculously high Scavenging Hyena and there's no way he can kill me. So yay, I win. I win this round. Yeah, so he got Del Vader's Fist and then just proceeded to roll nothing but 3 melee, the 3 range sides, unpaid, and just won off of that. But it was looking close. At the end of the game, he said to me, "Okay, man, I know you now got 2 losses. You're 1 loss away from losing the tournament, but don't give up. You've been playing really, really well. You played that game very, very well. And you know what? Not everyone can make this through. This is a really, really tough tournament. Like, there's a chance that maybe even I could lose, even though I've gone 4-2 so far. I could still drop out. There's a chance." And of course, as we all know, Cody ended up scrubbing out. And he ended up losing his next game. So, oh well. Whoops to him. I wish he'd gone through. I do wish he'd gone through. He only needed to win a game, man. He lost the last 2. It was unfortunate. It was unfortunate for him. Alright. Game 7. After my loss, I went up against a Maul. Maul is always scary. But it's not a particularly hard matchup. It's just a scary matchup because usually you win, but there is a chance Maul just rolls you off the table. There's always a chance Maul can just roll you off the table. And you've got to be aware of that. Well, even being aware of that doesn't make much of a difference, right? Because Maul sometimes just wins and there's nothing you can do about it and you've got to accept it. But in this situation, I in fact beat them all. No, this was a close fight. But he's already dead, so I don't even have to worry about him anymore. So Maul was... it didn't go well for him, if I recall. It went pretty well for me. I managed to kill Maul quite easily, and that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. So there we go. He lost. Causes someone minions, someone twice as many could be effective, but... I need that final infected wolf to get the synergy going. So at this point, I think I sell Bran. I start going for things. Oh, I can just buy him straight out. Probably better than the Savannah High main. Probably better than Savannah High main, but whatever. Oh, there's just one guy left as well. Eesh. Ah, they're also beasts. They're the beast guys that have been destroying me. Ow. That was a strong cleave right there. My damage wasn't high enough to break through. Not looking good. So that was game 7. Game 8, my final match, was against another mirror. Remember how I said I'm very, very scared of the mirrors? Yeah, so this time it was against a guy, he looked like maybe he was like 13, 14. But, I mean, age doesn't mean anything when it comes to skill, necessarily. I mean, it correlates a little bit, I guess, but still scary. And there's that next loss. There we go. And it was interesting. It was a very interesting situation. My battlefield won me the game. But it didn't win me the game by me claiming the battlefield. So, I was losing badly, okay? His chopper was fully developed. He had a grappling arm and 2 salvage arms on his chopper. This was round 2. And it hadn't activated yet. Whereas I had activated everything. His R2 was sitting at 1 health. My chopper was sitting at 1 health. He has his R2 die in the pool. I have my C-3PO die in the pool. I've done everything this turn apart from the C-3PO die in the pool. Except for the C-3PO and die in the pool. And he has activated his R2 and C-3PO, but not his chopper yet. Okay? And we both of us have a character with 1 health left. And my C-3PO die in the pool is on the focus side. He's got a riot shield on his R2 though. And I think for the sake of the... especially for the sake of the value, he really didn't want to have me do the one unblockable to kill off that C-3PO. That R2, sorry. So, what did he do? He ummed and ahed for a long time, and then he claimed the battlefield to remove his die to deal 1 damage to kill off my R2. No, sorry, my chopper. His chopper hadn't activated yet. It had a grappling arm and 2 salvage arms on it. I then played a resistance crate speeder from my hand, rolled it in, focused with C-3PO to the 2 ranged, +1 it to 3. 3 kills his R2. We trade, my chopper, his R2, but his chopper wasn't able to activate at all. I end up in a massive... That goes from me massively losing the game to us being even again. Because my battlefield wins me that game. My battlefield wins me the game without me claiming it, because my opponent decides to claim it.
How's it going out there?
So I level up, so I get 3 cost, discover a minion from tab and tier 2. Okay, so that's how that works. Alright. So I thought that was very funny. He claims my battlefield to allow me to win the game. Because from there, it's his chopper and C-3PO versus my R2 and C-3PO, and I have the better spike potential, and things get really, really it gets really scary for both sides in that matchup, but I eventually managed to win. Wow. So, I won 6-2. I am through to the top 64. Hell yes! I was so happy I got to the top 64. Give a friendly demon +2/+2, I guess is okay here.
Another satisfied.
Go for a strong void caller at the start, I guess. I'm not really caring about this setup right now, but whatever, I'll keep it for now. Ooh, just realized the Scavenging Hyena Rat Pack in there, and those two guys synergize very well together. So I am now in the top 64. That's great. And next is the content creator meetup. So I go with a bunch of guys. It is packed, absolutely jam-packed. We do not get our drinks tokens. They did not have nearly enough for the amount of people that was there, and I RSVP'd, so they knew I was coming at least. I'm sure they don't actually pay attention to who RSVP'd. It's just there so that, you know, you get to know how many people are turning up for the to be able to better evaluate catering and stuff, I assume. But I RSVP'd, so not my fault. The rest of you all need to RSVP. I'm telling you. And it's quite poignant that I said y'all there, because Mike ended up introducing me to a group of people, a bunch of Texans, Joe Danger, Jay Danger, and I think it's Joe, Jay Danger, and a bunch of other people, and Jay Danger himself, he is an African-American Texan who wears a cowboy hat. I feel like he's playing it up. But yes, he is exactly what you would expect an African-American cowboy hat wearing Texan to be. And you know what? Him and his friends, Texans, they're a fun bunch. They are a very fun bunch to hang out with. We ended up being one of the last groups to leave the bar. Oh my god, I can double up on alley cats if I wanted to. Do I actually want to, though? Yes. Let's go for it, because we can. So, play cat, play cat.
That one might make all the difference.
I don't have time. Okay, I was hoping that the tabby cats would upgrade as well, and then I get 3 cats. Then it would have been doubled. Now I got 2 extra bonus minions, but that didn't happen. Oh well. But hey, I have a ton of beasts to just throw into the Scavenging Hyena for now. I guess it'll do. Scavenging Hyena just died, and he's definitely won that fight. So yeah, the bunch of us. I mean, even iRebel joined us when. Yeah, iRebel joined us when her group ended up leaving as well and stuff. And, like, we stayed until we were the last group. It was like 12:30.
Welcome back. How's it going?
At night when we eventually left. And I know that doesn't sound very late, but apparently there's a lot. Apparently that's late. Because very few people stuck around. Let's discover a tier 2 minion. Yeah. Okay, he's a beast, I guess.
Such big teeth I have.
Wait, I can still sell all these cats, make some money back to be able to buy the infested wolf. That sounds like a good idea. I don't need a card that summons me and summon twice as many because I have twice as many in the first place. Because my board gets filled to the brim in the first place.
Keep up the momentum, friend.
No taunt minions though. I also make the decision that after my triumph, I want to cast a bit of the tournament the next day. So I make preparations and I talked to Cruiser, who was running the stream for the other two. Who was running the stream for day 2, for day 1B, and ooh, I got absolutely destroyed. And we agreed that I will cast with him in rounds 2 and 5.
The battle is really raging out there.
And I did. So if you guys, I'll try and find it. Yeah, I'll try and find a link to it in. I'll try and find a link to it to link you to the games that I did cast. What do I want to find? Guess.
We must band together, united for Dalaran!
So the Alley Cat dies, this guy dies, he summons 2 big bad wolves because of Kaldar. Yeah, alright. This will work, I guess. And then I'll freeze this because I've got one of these guys already.
I think you can win this thing.
So I decide to cast, I go to bed, get up the next day, we're podsing. Today is the nice relaxing day, you know, I've already done what I need to do. I've got into day 2. So I'm here to relax now, just have some fun, and play my R1 deck. That's my Obi-Wan R2D2 deck, which is this. I'm just playing this in the tournament. Not in the tournament, in pods, just having some fun. And then casting games 2 and 5. Problem! My voice was dead. It was so loud the night before that it turns out my voice was gone, and I had said to cast. So round 2, my voice was very broken, and I ended up just coughing a lot. So if you guys do want to see that one, be prepared for a lot of coughing. Ooh, another infested wolf. I will take that. Trying to double up on things here. Yeah, I just have too much support though between Khadgar, Pack Leader, and the Scavenging Hyenas. I just fill up my board way too much, way too fast. So yeah, I managed to cast game 2. Game 5 went very smoothly. I'm much more proud of game 5s, especially because we was casting a Han droids deck, and I know a lot more about droids than some other matchups, like the round 2 matchup, for example, which I believe was Django with pulse cannons. It was like Django Sentinel Grievous, I think, with pulse cannons. I don't really know about that one. Against a Raylo, I think it was. I don't really know about that matchup so well, because it's just weird. Wait, that became a 9 too? That was weird. Yay, another win. I guess that one counts as coming onto the battlefield twice or something. Whatever. Ooh, that ended up being a very nice victory. But yeah, so I'm playing R1, and I am losing every single game.
Good at this.
And I decided to stop playing R1 because I'm no longer having fun. Go for a tier 4 minion. There ain't no one here who's a mech for the Annoyatron module. But it's a good card just to have anyway. In case I do get a mech. Mounted Raptor is okay, I guess. Don't really want him. There he is again. There's another Annoyer module, so I will keep the Annoyer modules for now. If I end up getting 3 of them, they can be pretty good. I guess. I mean, I could just transition completely into mechs here. Security Rover with Khadgar. Summoning 2-3 taunts. Like crazy, maybe. It doesn't sound great. Doesn't sound terrible though. Yeah, so R1 was doing terribly. I was just losing every single game with it. So I said screw it. And I brought out my Junk Master Classic deck. I brought out the Dengar Sentinels. Completely unchanged from being junk. Final score in pods. 14 wins and 1 loss. I don't know. I don't know how, but this deck just wouldn't lose, apart from the one time. Apart from the one time where my opponent was he was another like bounty-based deck and got in first was basically the thing. But yeah, other than that one time, it was ridiculous. They just wouldn't lose. So, I ended up that day thinking that maybe I would have preferred it even if I had actually taken that deck to the tournament. To Worlds instead of the Chopper Droids to the actual tournament. Because I was just winning that hard so often. Like, so there was one game, right? I was up against Leia Bouche, oh my god, I do get 3 of them together. You had to merge 3 of them, that's hilarious. I mean, yeah, I guess I do want to transition. I guess I'll try and transition a bit. So I get to play the Security Rover. And I will magnetize to it. Because that gets me my tier 5 of Death Rat will give all beasts +4/+4. Sounds good. Now I've got this random Security Rover. And the hope is that these all die, spawn all this stuff. And the Security Rover just keeps giving me taunts whilst I do it. Sounds reasonable, potentially. But I think I'll need more taunters. So keeping that Defender of Argus sounds like a good idea here. Might not need this Khadgar for much longer. But yeah, it went 14-1 in pods. So Leia Bouche Mars with Moxie manages to do 6 damage to all of my characters round 1. That is 18 damage round 1. I win at the start of round 2. Well, maybe not start round 2, but I win round 2. I come back from that much, and I end up winning. It is just insane. Absolutely insane. I couldn't believe it. So there's Artificery tournaments coming up, and I'm going to be playing it in that. And we're going to see how it does, because it is a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun to just roll that dice, roll that beautiful, beautiful, beautiful pulse cannon die, and just go for the high rolls and try and win. It's just so much fun. I'm going to be playing, I'm going to spruce it up now. I'm going to put Vader's Fists in and stuff like that. I'm going to try and make this deck work.
Battle is really raging out there.
Yes, I wanted the Defender Rod. I guess I'll... Khadgar really helped with summoning spiders there, but... I think I need to do something like this.
For Argus.
Any beasts that are good? No. Another infested wolf, I guess. There's a beast to be able to proc off of the Great Wolf is important. So yes, I really felt like I really actually wanted to take that to Woods. To be playing that instead. But, you know, we'd already locked in our deck list. We locked in our deck list in day 1A, so we ain't doing that. So there we go. I ended up selling about 100 prize tickets at $3.60 a piece to this guy who had poked me to sell... Poke me, because I'm looking for tickets and stuff like that in fact. Poke me to sell tickets. So $3.60 a piece for 100 tickets. If you can do maths, you would find that that is $360. Now, it cost me about 100 or so to go play the pods, you know. But yeah, I made quite a bit of money there. Oh my god, this guy. This guy has absolutely destroyed me. Oh, that was unfortunate. That's that game lost. Oh well. So yes. I made $360, but I spent about 100 of it. But yeah, that was a lot of money. That was a lot of money. Because a lot of people were really, really wanting those things. He ended up with a full foil collection. Right there, which is very valuable, I'm sure. And $3.60 seemed like a perfectly reasonable value. Because you get 2 just for playing, you know. You get 2 just for competing, and of course I was winning a lot of them, so I was getting those bonus 2 extra tickets a lot of the time. So there we go. A lot of tickets, a lot of tickets, a lot of money going around. All right, so day 6, the day of the tournament. The tournament has officially begun. Oh, before this actually. I enjoyed the random with Yogg. Let's go with Yogg again. Before this, actually, so afterwards, I went out to dinner and with a group, and there was one point when I bought my meal, and the change was 5 cents, and I said to the guy, "Don't worry, keep the change," because 5 cents to me. Because 5 cents to me is literally worthless.
Hey, my favorite commander is back. Ready to get started?
Well, I hit the cat. Cool. Okay. Refresh, just see if I hit another cat. I hit another cat. Cool. Maybe I can go for the double cats. I don't know. Maybe. Or maybe I can sell the 2 cats and then go for a puzzle box after the upgrade. That sounds like a good idea. I'll do that. Although I've already got a decent board. Like, what am I going to grab from here? Let's be fair. That's better than what I have. Not much. And great. So I said keep the change. Because 5 cents to me is literally worthless. I can't actually do anything with 5 cents. Okay, let's actually buy this. Let's play it. And then sell one of the tabbies and puzzle box. And I guess we'll keep that for more luck potential. Now, I had to get told afterwards that apparently that's an insult in America. It is an insult to say, keep the change. For two reasons. One, you're tipping them. Two, you're tipping them and you're calling it change. I don't agree with this in the slightest.
You're good at
This seems really dumb to me. But that's apparently how it's...
Go
Well,
ahead
that's
and
apparently
hire
how
one
it
of these
works.
recruits.
So, okay. Fine, apparently that was an insult. I'm sorry to that barman. Okay, my third tabby cap. I like that. Nice. So, what I did... So what happened was, I walked away, and I had to get told later that that was the thing. And apparently what had happened is he took the 5 cents out of the drawer and then threw it on the floor in disgust. So he had a bit of a temper tantrum over me, over me giving him 5 cents as a tip. The thing is, from my perspective, I ain't tipping until after I've had the meal.
Your minions really pulled their weight.
I hadn't had the meal yet. If I upgrade now, then when I play it, I get to explore better. Yeah, discover a random tier 3. I got beasts and I got murlocs right now, so I'll go for the beast guy. Sell a tabby cat for a puzzle box, but it's not really worth it. Let's just refresh. Ah, murlocs. We can go for murlocs. So apparently I made a mistake there.
On top.
So he had a temper tantrum. So I went back up to him after the meal, and I said, "Hey man, personally from me, I've heard that is an insult, and I'm sorry. So from me, here's $5, $1 for every cent. I'm sorry that I did that. I didn't know." And he seemed really, really happy about that. So, you know, in America, you can just buy friends. Apparently, that's just something you can do. Americans love their money, something like that. I'm not serious.
Why do you call?
But yes, we don't know. We don't always know what other people. We don't. I don't share your heritage. I'm sorry. I don't know your culture. I don't understand the reasons why it would be an insult, even. Like, so in my country, keep the change does mean keep it as a tip. But we also don't have a tipping culture.
You got this. You're way ahead.
And also, I actually meant it as keep the change because the change was literally worthless to me because it was change. Like, I just did not want the change. This wasn't a case of I want to tip you, it was a case of I literally do not want the money. Please don't give me the money, thank you very much. So, oh well, that happened. So, now, onto the top day. Puzzle Box gave me the goddamn Void Walker again. I do not want the goddamn Void Walker. Did I sell something? Yep. Let's sell the Tabby Cat at this point. So I can sell the Void Walker. For the Nightmare and the Cold Bite.
It's not the strongest, but it'll fight hard. It's good to get some minions in play.
There's a Rock Pool. My second Rock Pool and my second Nightmare. That seems fine to me. Let's play the Nightmare here. And then I can sell this Alley Cat for all the Cold Light Seer. There we go, got some good health there. Wasting 2 gold, but oh well. Unless I want to sell something, grab that rock pool a bit late. Too late.
Everyone's gunning for you. Watch out.
Alright, on to the top 64. So, first top 64 was against Andrew from Arrowbrook Gaming. AKA Obi. OB3 Kenobi. I genuinely don't know much about him, but he seemed like a good guy. He was on Forlorn, which is of course the other matchup I was very, very worried about. And if I won, I would have to face Graham, who beat me on Chopper, or another Forlorn deck. So I was not liking my chances. Yeah, not liking them at all. Pulls the box, hits the wrong thing again. Great. Sell the Cold Light, play the Rat Pack, sell the Rat Pack, get the other Nightmare, get the Rock Pool. I can play the Rock Pool onto a guy and then sell and then be able to afford the Traveler. Seems fine. Yeah. So I was not liking my chances. If I won the top 32, then I would go up against what eventually ended up being a Chopper deck. And then the top 8 was a Raylo deck, and then the top 4 was Andrew Rothermel, who ended up winning the tournament with the Chopper deck.
Everyone's gunning for you. Watch out.
With his Chopper deck. So, it was a goddamn terrifying field. So top 64 comes against Andrew, and I destroy him. Like, it is textbook. Game 1. Game 1 was just absolutely a textbook destruction. I keep him off of money, and he gets choked to death, and there's nothing he can do. He doesn't get out his Vader's fists, and things are looking really, really bad. Until the second to last round, round 3, when he actually does get dealt Vader's fist off, and then Vader's fist does hit me for a bajillion, and then I end up with a C-3PO against the Sentinel Messenger, whilst he has a Vader's fist die on the board. Whilst he has a Vader's fist on the board. Now that's just scary, right?
It's not the strongest, but it'll fight.
Oh, yes please. More Murlocs.
Better hire a recruit.
No Murlocs. There's another Murloc. I will freeze that Murloc, because then that gets me the Murloc Tycaller. Alright, so I have just a C-3PO left, no health damage to him. He has a Sentinel Messenger. It has taken 3 points of damage, so he has 5 health left. And it's my battlefield, Sith Temple. And I have a Chewbacca's Blaster on C-3PO. And I roll, and I Ewok Ambush, C-3PO, roll in, hits the Chewbacca's Blaster, hits the 3 side, pay 1 to increase its value by 1, claim for the game. What I actually said at the time was, roll a C-3PO, rolls, hits the 3, ping 1 game. Sorry, buff 1 game. Sorry, plus 1 game. Yes, I specifically said plus 1 game. And he looks at it and went, I lost. So we start shuffling to get through. And then it's like, wait a second. That would have only been 4 down. Did I have 4 health or did I have 5? No. Oh, right, yes, sorry, no. So I did 4 damage from the 3PO ability, and then I claimed to do 1 damage for a game. That's what I meant by plus 1. Like, okay, fine then. Like, how did you have the action? With Ewok Ambush. Okay, so that's why. So if that wasn't my battlefield, I would have lost that. I needed that 1 extra damage from C-3PO. From C-3PO through the Sith Holocron, through the Sith Temple. Okay, so if I sell the Infested Wolf and then play this Murloc Tycaller, I get a buff, and then I buy it, and then it turns into the 3.
It's not the strongest,
and then I can play it again. Let's go for a tier 4 minion. Magnetic. Seems good to me, because I can merge here. Play here, upgrade. And then refresh. Give Murloc Poisonous, sounds great to me. Game 2 comes along, and game 2 he gets out Evader's Fist around turn 3, round 3 again. But this time it does not roll anything. Like, those are some of the worst rolls I've ever seen on Evader's Fist. Ends up rolling, like, Disrupt 4 times in a row. And it's like, I didn't even need him to, like, it wouldn't have been enough at that point, but like, it just would never stop rolling back. Divine Shield Beasts with a Deathmark out? So yeah, very unfortunate for him, and I end up knocking him out. So I have knocked out ABG's guy. I believe ABG at that point was knocked out of the entire tournament. Graham, in fact, lost his top 64 match, so I'm up against the... So I end up going up against the...
That's what I would have picked.
What did I want from here? Oh yeah, it was give a piece +2. I would like that guy though. That'd be nice, thank you.
That's what
do I sell here? I'm looking for another Nightmare Amalgam if I get that. There's another Miragery Magician, so I'll Puzzle Box, see if I hit him. Oh yeah, we know instead. Okay, well, use it. If I have the money, I might as well Puzzle Box. I do need another Nightmare Amalgam to free up my board a bit so I can actually start playing stuff. Alternatively, I sell the Rock Pool, but he's pretty tanky for a Rock Pool. So that's a nice win for me. I win a full-on match up 2-0. That's pretty surprising. So who is my full-on opponent in the top 32? Why, it's Cruisin'. Oh, hi Cruisin'. We casted
You're way ahead.
just the other day. Okay, and he's playing Forlom, and his Forlom list was a little different to what Andrew was playing. And it gave me some hope. So it had the double modular frame, which Andrew wasn't playing, and it had the Mind Extraction in it. And I was like, yes, Mind Extraction is a really bad card here. That's really good for me. But what ends up happening isn't so great. So he's got some dead cards here. Dead or Alive is also kind of a dead card against Chopper. So the thing is with Dead or Alive, if whoever controls the battlefield gets to determine when the resources ends up on the board.
I've got some fresh recruits for you.
So a Chopper player.
Choice. Better hire a recruit.
That's magnetic. I'll take it. Another Noyotron. See if I get it. Nope. Freeze these. I think at this point I do have to sell the Murloc and just go for things. So give a friendly Murloc poisonous. How about this one? Let's magnetize here to give this thing Divine Shield and Taunt. Let's give Friendly Beast Murloc. Do that again. At this point I can afford to buy the final Annoyotron. Sell here.
I didn't like that one either.
Magnetize again, which gives another +2/+4 health. And then play the Taunt Divine Shield here. And then I can even roll and get nothing great. Alright, cool. So yeah, nothing's... So yeah, Mind Extraction, not good for me. Not good against me at all. And the Dead or Alive, not good against me. I love playing a handheld cannon, which is interesting. I'm very interestingly, he's only playing one copy of No Good To Me Dead. Now to me, No Good To Me Dead is an incredibly crucial card against the Chopper matchup. Because Chopper can disrupt only so much per round. If you can go beyond that, he's going to have a problem. Ooh, so close, so close. Chopper can only disrupt so much. So if you have if you can no good to me dead, if you can no good to me dead at the end of the round, then you can go to 4 resources at the start of the next round, and then it's up to the chopper player to have. Then it's up to the chopper player. Excuse me. Oh, cool. Ooh, nothing. No, discovery seems good to me. Yes, another Nightmare Amalgamum. That's awesome.
Hey, a triple. Here's your reward.
22-34. Jesus. I guess Morganis. It's really not good either way. There's another Rockpool Hunter. I'll take that, sure. Reroll for another Miller. I hear another Nightmare Amalgamum, so I'll keep the Nightmare Amalgamum. Yeah, only one no good to me dead. Gives me a pretty nice chance. So, game 1, after I win the roll-off and pick my battlefield, because I don't want him to have feeds. Game 1, I roll out Chopper, and I hit a 2 melee and a blank, and I have Salvage Arm on the Chopper, as well. So I play Salvage Arm. He does something. He plays Modular Frame on the Forlorn. He plays the handheld cannon on the Forlorn, sorry. I roll in Chopper, I hit a 2 melee and a blank. Okay. Now he then decides to roll out Sentinel Messenger. So in my head here, Forlorn was already committed to having a handheld cannon. If Forlorn gets a handheld cannon on him, if Forlorn dies, he is incredibly crippled. He's already shown to me that he does not have Delvader's Fist in his opening hand. I can disrupt whatever else he gets. And my hand contains Fickle, Crate, Fickle Mercenaries, Crate Speeder, Easy Pickings, and Aerial Advantage. So in my mind right now, he rolls in Sentinel Messenger, I play Aerial Advantage, I remove the Sentinel Messenger die, I flip the Chopper to the 2 melee, C-3PO activates, Chopper is swinging in for 7 on this Forlorn. And 7 damage is well within the range to kill at the start of the next round. Especially when I have my battlefield, so I can then claim with the C-3PO to do 8. Plus, I've still got R2 to activate with a Fickle on standby. Like, I am in a massively good position here. He rolls in the Sentinel. It hits a 2 melee side. Off the top of the deck, he was hoping for removal. What he ends up hitting? Probe. He has 2 copies of Probe, and he hits the Probe. And he uses Probe, and Probe hits. What does it hit? It hits my Easy Pickings and my Automated Defense. Sorry, not my Automated. It hits my Easy Pickings and my Aerial Advantage. And the Sentinel Message is on 2 melee. I know for a fact, in my heart of hearts, if that Probe had not hit Aerial Advantage, I have won that game, because I flip my blank to a 2 melee, remove his 2 melee.
Ready to get started?
And that is just extremely, extremely strong. What ends up happening is he gets the Probe, and then he rolls in Forlorn, and it hits 2 ranged, 2 ranged, 2 ranged. Remember my Easy Pickings? Yeah. Great.
Don't tell the others.
Now, I'll be honest, I don't quite remember what happened at this point. But things happened, and it ended up with me having the ability to roll in and with C-3PO and do 8 damage. He has resolved his Forlom, he's resolved his Grievous, he knows I have no removal in hand, so he just doesn't bother resolving his 2 melee. He can always save that for later. And it's a dice in the pool which he can always claim with the Sith Temple and deal 1 damage still instead of 2. He's resolved his range though, he's resolved it all into C-3PO. So my C-3PO is sitting there on 2 health left. I have 8 damage that I can resolve. So,
I think you can win
8
this
damage
thing.
into Forlom, or 8 damage into Sentinel. If I throw it into Sentinel, I get rid of that melee dice, which prevents my C-3PO from dying. So that's what I choose to do, and I kill Sentinel round 1.
The battle
That
is
doesn't sound
really
like a
raging out
terrible
there.
idea, in general. Sentinel Messenger is good. Is a good card, and you got rid of it. But in hindsight, that was a mistake, because if I had gone for the Forlom instead, I could have still killed Forlom. Because Forlom would have been on 5 hit points at that point, and he had committed the handheld cannon to him. I should have gone for Forlom, but I went for Sentinel Messenger to keep my C-3PO alive, and that was a mistake. Because I had Fickles, I had Recreate Speeders. If I kill Forlom, I prevent the spot yellow for desperate measures, and then I proceed to win. That was the truth of it. As it was, didn't end up happening. I kill Sentinel Messenger, and he proceeds to win without really getting anything else in the game. He just gets Forlom does stuff. And like, I don't draw any mitigation at that point from then on. So there's a bit of luck aspect there, but overall, just... things just don't go well for me. So that's game 1. Game 2, very close game, but I just barely eke it out, just barely. Like, I want to say something like I had 4 health left going into the round, and he had a Vader's Fist and a Mega Blaster Trooper. When I kill him, so very close, and that was with my battlefield. So game 3, he's able to play with his battlefield, which is Theeds. And Theeds is really, really bad for me, because that's another way of getting to that delve money, right? You only need to use Theeds power action, then you have delve money. So we do a mulligan, and he's like, I'm keeping 5.
Nice work out there. Keep up the pressure.
You know it's very scary when your opponent is keeping 5 in his mulligan. You just know things aren't going to go well for you from now on. From now on out. And yeah, so game 1 and game 2, very close, very fun games. Like, so game 1 was still close despite the fact that I went for Sentinel Messenger. And if I'd gone for Forlom, I would have won, but it was still a very close game. And then game 2 was a very close game. These were like some of the best games of Destiny I'd ever played. I'm telling you. I absolutely loved this tournament overall for the high level of competitiveness it provided. I absolutely loved playing at such a high level and being just so focused and in the zone. But game 3 was terrible. Absolutely terrible. So he kept 5. He counterintelligence, gets rid of my only removal piece. No goods to me deads. He gets no goods to me deads out. He's got his probes. He's got his Vader's fists. He's got his delve. Like, he just opens up and the game just goes 100% his way and he just destroys me. Like, there's just kind of no point playing the game if Forlom manages to get around 1 Vader's fist out, which is what happened with him. I just couldn't stop it. I had no action cheat. I had only 1 event, which was removal for the counterintelligence. So I couldn't stop him getting 3 resources into Delve into Vader's Fist and then winning from there. This game really wanted me to go demons. I'm just going to upgrade again. Got some beasts I could try for something here. Try for some mechs, maybe. You know what? I am level 4. I'd rather see another set of cards. So yeah, that thus ended my my wills at top 32. But to be fair, top 32 I think is a perfectly fine value, perfectly fair position to get to. And I think it's fair in that I do think there is somewhere between 16 and 40 people that are better than me. And Cruisin proceeded to then take his deck to the top 4 spot. Which, you know, you can't be too upset about. And I believe he said to me very specifically that other than Andrew's deck where he actually lost, obviously, no other Chopper deck that he'd ever played in that tournament came that close. So I've got that going for me. Like, I made him sweat a lot.
Rough battle.
Alright, what are these
Pick
moves?
yourself back up and turn it around.
That's a good mech. It is a good mech, but you know what? I'm going to upgrade again. Because I can. I'm on the upgrade path right now. Don't like any of these. Ironhide is okay, but it gets worse as the game goes on and people's damage gets higher. So that was the end of my worlds there. I went and played more pods, and that's how I got up to 14-1 with Denguard Sentinels, despite having started with R1 for a while. Then there was some slight issues after that. So, honestly sarcastic, I wanted to pay for my cards when I got them, but he said no, he didn't want to deal with that right now. So we didn't. So I never ended up paying him for those cards that I bought. So that's like $120 worth of cards that I still need to pay him for, and we don't know what we're going to do about that, because now I think he doesn't even want to sell them anymore, and now it's like, So we're in a bit of a pickle there, to say the least. So that's great. And because of this, I ended up with a lot more dollars coming back than when I thought I would, because I was planning on paying in cash. And I got destroyed on the exchange rate coming back. I don't know why. I was tired. The bank was on the way back home. I decided to pop in and do the exchange rate. I shouldn't have. Definitely shouldn't have. Okay, let's try and make the Ironhide work, I guess. This guy can buff multiple things, so I'll let him buff multiple things.
Harness your rage.
Brand for the battle cries, sure. And then I'll do the next one. So I made like $150, I want to say, by the end of it. I made $150, not including the amount I spent on, yeah. I made like $150, which I would have easily spent on the card, obviously. That $150, because of the exchange rates, turned into £20. Because what I actually had is I took like $500 and came back with $650. Actually, I think it was like $400 and $550.
Keep up the momentum.
So that was unfortunate, to say the least. I'm so glad I pressed that button for the Divine Shields to go away. I should have played him up front though, because he can't summon a beast. Because they are too much. I killed most of it. It's only going to take a bit of damage here. But I'm still like 1 life away from death here. Yeah, 3 hit points. But I'm still alive.
The battle is really raging out there.
Let's look for a good battle cry to try and win me this. Oh, you know, I can play this and then I can sell the hyena. Play another one of these guys.
In the light, harness your rage.
Battle cry, deal 2 damage to my hero. I could kill myself. Oh, I want to do that. Yeah. This has been me, GameSlayer999, aka No Brainer. Thank you for watching. Killing myself on my own terms. I've got a Prime coming out tomorrow? Yes, tomorrow. In Macclesfield, it's going to be like a 3 hours there, 3 hours back sort of deal, but I'm taking my chopper deck and I'm going to win purely... I'm going to try and win, should I say. Purely to get that world seat, because I don't go to many events and I need one. So I'm going to do that and go to the world's event. So that I can get to the world's event. So hopefully that goes well. So this has been me, GameSlayer999, aka No Brainer. Thank you for watching. 3 hours, Jesus. Signing out.